I think my motivations come probably from my family history. Both my parents left school when my mum when she was 14, my dad when he was 15. When I went to university in the UK, not only was university free, but because my parents weren't particularly well off, I received a maintenance grant. So I was paid by the government to go to university. That's made me really aware of how privileged I have been and just how enormously important, transformational, I suppose, higher education has been in my life. It's taken me into a world which I didn't know existed. And having benefited from that, I want to try to create those opportunities for other people.
La Trobe University is a multi-campus university based in Victoria, Australia. Established in 1964, La Trobe has built a reputation as a leading teaching and research university, with campuses in Melbourne, Bendigo, Shepparton, Albury-Wodonga, and Mildura. There are currently over 31,000 students enrolled at La Trobe, with more than 5,600 international students from over 100 countries. Under Professor Paul Johnson's leadership, La Trobe has undergone significant transformation. During his tenure, the university has attracted hundreds of millions of dollars in government funding for large, high-profile infrastructure projects and has set the course for a new focus on philanthropic activity, which has resulted in a significant increase in donations. AgriBio is a world-class facility for agricultural biosciences research and development located at La Trobe's Bundoora campus. The university, together with the Victorian state government, are investing in this development through a $288 million public-private partnership. The facility will help to protect the state's $11.8 billion agricultural sector and will strengthen Victoria's international reputation for agricultural research and diagnostics. In May 2009, La Trobe was awarded $60 million by the federal government toward the development of the La Trobe Rural Health School, to be based in Bendigo. With the aim of addressing major workforce shortages across regional Victoria, the Victorian state government has provided an additional $2 million in funding. Once opened, this state-of-the-art education and research precinct will offer an extra 750 student places, training an additional 200 graduates each year to tackle critical healthcare worker shortages across nursing, dentistry, human biosciences, and a range of allied health occupations. The La Trobe Institute for Molecular Science, also known as LIMS, is a $94 million world-class interdisciplinary research facility, which builds on the university's reputation for excellence in biological sciences. The federal government committed $64.1 million in funding to LIMS, a clear vote of confidence in La Trobe and its key research strength in bioscience.
I think the major achievements of the university over the last 3 and a bit years are really boosting its academic activities in terms of its research performance, its appeal to students, and of course getting external recognition, bringing in a lot of funding from the federal government, raising the profile of the university, having the infinite possibilities marketing campaign and a rebranding of the university and getting our name and our message out right across Melbourne and across northern Victoria. All that's been very important.
Under Professor Paul Johnson's leadership, La Trobe University has strengthened its focus on philanthropy, with the newly formed Alumni and Advancement Office supporting the faculties to cultivate and maintain its relationship with the university's donors and community of support. The Olga Tennyson Autism Research Center, also known as OTARC, is a leading example of philanthropic activity at La Trobe. OTARC is Australia's first center dedicated to research in autism spectrum disorders and was made possible by the generous private donation of $500,000 by Mrs. Olga Tennyson. Her philanthropy has been driven by her grandson's diagnosis with this debilitating condition. Improved donor stewardship practices at La Trobe have resulted in Mrs. Tennyson supplementing her initial support with further donations which currently total $1.8 million. Other significant philanthropic projects include the John Richards Initiative, established to lead research and innovation in rural aged care. The Bouverie Center, focusing on families and the power of relationships to foster social, emotional, and mental well-being for individuals, families, and the community at large. And the innovative Into Science program, encouraging secondary school students to study science.
I think 3, 4, 5 years ago, the university was almost invisible to people in large parts of Melbourne and northern Victoria. Now it isn't. Now it's quite prominent. And we've got a tremendous amount to shout about because this is a great university. So that, I think, the raising of the profile, raising of the confidence are the most important things.